Okay, so this class we talk about if, else if, and else. Okay, so first of all, we just review the class we taught on Monday. Okay, so basically we talk about these three different kind of operators. Okay, so equality, relational, and logical. Okay, so first of all, you need to know so the new order of calculation. Okay, so anyone can tell me. Okay, just let me know. As these three operators, which one come first? If we have the calculation expression, which one we go first? Equality, or relational, or logical? Relational, okay? Then the second order, which one? Yeah, equality. Then it's logical, okay? So basically, once we add this new order, okay, so this is the new order of operators, okay? So there's one more thing we talk about is for the logical, okay, and the or statement, okay? For the and, as long as one of the condition return false, the and statements will return false, right? And for the or statement, as long as one of the condition return true, this or statements will return true, right? Okay, so check this from A to H. Okay, let me know each of them what's the value will be returned, or one or two of them using the wrong expression. Okay, first tell me, is there anything returned for the B1? Yes? What's the value? True, okay, so it's true. How about B? B2? Yes, right, it's valid. And what value will be returned? False, okay? Since this one is character, right? So it's compared with Unicode number. So Unicode number is 100. So we compare 100 with 17, okay? How about B3? Yes, and true, okay? So once you have this notation, okay, that means not, okay? Not false is true, okay? Not true is false, okay? So true is not false, right? So it's true, okay? How about B4? B4, not valid. Why is not valid? Okay. Double quotation is a string. Okay. Single quotation is character. Okay. Make sure. How about B5? Valid or not valid? Valid. Okay, what's the value? False. Okay. So this is return true, right? True is not true. Basically, it's false, right? This statement is not true, right? B6. It's valid or not valid? Valid. Okay. So what value will be returned? True. False. Let's do this together, okay? So basically, there's two different kind of relation operator, right? So it's equality and relational, right? So relational will go first. So which means we will compare these two first. All right? So A 65 and the lowercase d is 100. So it's a true. Okay. Z is 90. Okay. So true not equal to false, right? Is that right? The Z 90. A is 65, 100. So true is not equal to false. Is that true or false? True, right? How about this one? B7. True or false? True? Okay, so this one, the equal, not equal, okay, basically they are same order. So once we face the same order, okay, in one equation, we just read from left to right, okay? So in this one, we go this one first. So it's a return true, right? So true is not equal to false. It's true, right? Then true equal to true. That's true. Okay, so this is true. Okay, how about H? False. Why is it false? Because you see the end false, right? No matter what, as long as for the end, you see one false, these statements will return false. Okay, you don't even, you need to compare those things. Okay, make sense? Okay. All right, so last class we talked about if statements, right? So basically if statement, we have only one block, which is return true, right? So if this statement, the condition return true, we will go to the true block, okay? Otherwise, we just skip this block, go to the next statement, okay? This is the syntax, okay? We have a keyword if, okay? Bracket with condition. This condition is Boolean expression, okay, which means condition only return true or false, okay? And we can use curly brace, okay? to enclose true block. Okay, so which means as long as this condition return true, they will go into this true block to do some actual work. Okay, otherwise they will directly jump to the next statement. Okay, which means if you see there's only one if statement, so no matter this condition, return true or false, this block will be executed now or once. Okay? Think about this, okay? Because if this condition return false, this block can never be executed. So that's none. If it return false, or return true, this true block will execute. Okay? There are some example. So in this example, we want to, to categorize students' grade, letter grade. Okay? So if students' grade is great or equal to 90, we assign the letter grade is A. Okay? There's different, something different with first one and the second one. Okay? The first one we didn't include the curly bracket. Okay? And the second one we have one. Okay? If your statement only have one line, okay, one line, single statement, there's two way to do the if statement is no different. Okay, there's no different if you only have one line statement. Okay, in this one, we want to print out grade A. So this is one statement. This is one statement, right? But if this true block contain multiple statements, multiple line, you have to use curly brace to enclose multiple statements. Okay? So you can see the difference. So this one has multiple, so you have to use curly brace to enclose them. Okay? If I remove and I assign this grade is 80, what will be result? What's the result will be? The grade equal to 80. If we execute this block, we remove all the bracket. Okay, so this return false. Okay, which means this line, the first line won't be executed, but the next line we will execute. Okay, we'll print grade. Okay, if we put the curly bracket there, if grade is 80, two line won't be executed. Okay, so that means this if statement, if there's no curly bracket, only affect one line. Okay, if you have curly brackets, okay, they can just execute everything in this block. Okay, make sense? Make sense? Know the difference? okay? Let's say this example, okay? Can you tell me what this code want to do? What's this part of code trying to do? Okay, so trying to find highest number from ABC. Okay, so in this one we use if statement. Okay, so you can see if statement, if A is greater than highest, so we have highest number is 50, right? So we will assign this A to a highest. Okay, so that simulates this part. First, the highest is 50, right? Highest is 50. Okay, A is 40, B is 60, C is 20. Okay, so first we go first condition where the A is greater than highest. So A is 40, and highest is 50. It's return true or false. False, okay, which means we won't go into this block. Okay, so we will jump to the next one. Okay, next one, we try to compare B with highest. So B, whether B is greater than highest, true. Okay, so that means we will go this line, get into true block. Okay, assign B to the highest. Okay, so current B is 50, right? We want to assign the B to highest. So highest is 60, right? Then we go to next statement. So we want to compare C with highest. Okay, what's the C value right now? 20. What's the highest? 60. So we want to compare. So this is return false, right? So we want to print out the highest one. So highest is 60. Okay? But somehow we want to make sure in some condition, no matter it's written true or false, we want to, give some reaction. Okay? So for the true, we have true block. For the false, we have another block for the false condition. Okay? Then we go to this statement. Okay? So in this one, you can find there's only one block can be executed. Okay, it's not none or one. This is a one. So it will choose, okay, either true block or false block. Right? So that means if else this statement, they will execute as just the one block. Okay? Let's see this format. Okay, so it's very similar to the if statement, okay, in this part. But we have another statement. It's called else. For the else, you don't have to put the condition there, okay? The only thing you need to do, you can just put the curly bracket. Okay, if you don't want, someone said, okay, I don't want to put, yes, you can, but it's similar to the if statement. If you forgot this curly bracket, only one statement can be executed. Okay, only can allow you to do the single statement. All right, let's see the example. If you don't have curly bracket, you can do like this. Okay, so for example, the grade is less than 60. Okay, if it's written choose, we will go this one. Otherwise, go to the for block. Okay, so for the else statement, it's basically include all the condition except this condition. Right? So for the true block, okay, grade is less than 60. Okay, which means this else basically is grade right? But you don't have to write down there. All right? Okay? But sometimes the true block or false block, you have multiple lines to do. Okay, as this time, you have to add the curly brackets. Okay, so let's say an example. So this part of the code, they want to help the, the customer to get a discount, especially for a senior person. Okay, so the true block, what trying to do is we want to make sure if the customer age is great or equal to 65, they can get the 90%, the 10% discount. Okay, so you can see here, there's multiple lines there. Okay, in that case, you have to include curly braces. Okay, otherwise, in here, okay, which means the age is less than 65. They will go to this 3 statement. Okay, then print out the next statement. Okay, so you can see once you have if else, okay, as there's one block have to be executed, right? No matter it's true or false, have to, okay? And there's something you have to know is if you see the else statement, okay, these else statements have to be paired with if statement. Okay, so that means if I delete this if statement, okay, so I delete all of them, only leave this else statement, computer will give you error because they cannot find the true state block. Okay, so if you want to write else statements, they have to pair with one if statement. Okay, it's like paired, one pair if else. You cannot miss if statement, right? Make sense? Make sense? Good. Okay. In some case, we can improve some code. Okay. If you saw this code, you can see these 2 lines code are same, right? So the easy way we can do, we don't want to, to give the code too redundant, because sometimes make people too, hard to read. Okay, the easy way we can do, we just put those code into the next statement. Okay, because we only want to say, okay, this bill get the discount or not. Okay, if you get discount, then you just include the tax. Okay, right? Okay, another one is if, else. Okay, basically this statement help you to include multiple condition. Okay, multiple condition. So for the if else, the only 2 condition and execute 1, right? For this one, you can conclude as many condition you want. Okay, so this one, you have condition 1, condition 2, condition n. Okay, let's see the format. So in this format, you can see we have multiple conditions. Okay, some actual condition, you can put else if. Okay, else if, and else. Okay, it's very similar to the if-else statement, because this condition, those conditions, only one can be executed. Okay, that means only one block have to be executed. But you can include multiple conditions to make this selection more reasonable. Okay, based on maybe customer or user's requirement. Okay, see this one. Based on if statement, if else if statement, we can include multiple conditions. So which means we can, for this case, we can assign different letter grade based on student's grade. Okay, so if a grade equal 90, you get A. Grade 80 or equal to 80, B. Okay, something like that. The last one is else statement. That means for the rest of the condition, or return F. What's the rest condition? Less than 60. Okay, this is still, those are paired. Okay, you cannot only leave one if statement. Okay, if I leave those things, if I'm missing the first if statement, okay, the rest of them, computer will give you error. They have to be paired with one if statement. Okay, make sense? Okay, there's something more. Can you tell what this part of code asks you to do? Yes, Maggie. Okay. So what's the range of number? 1 to 10, right? Okay. So this part of code, we try to generate a random number, okay, from there from 1 to 10, okay? Because this one, if you put 10 there, which means you can generate range is 0 to 9, okay? If you plus 1, basically plus 1, 1, you get 1 to 10, okay? Then we will ask a user to input a number. So this is a guess number. We try to compare with the number, you generate and the user input, okay? If it's too large, you just print too high. If it's less, you say too low, okay? Another condition, just the else. What that mean? Yeah, they are equal, right? It's correct. Okay? Another thing is very important. It's called the scope. Okay? So once you declare the variable, okay, at the first beginning, you need to make sure this variable should be a scope, okay, not out of scope. For example, this part of code, we declare x, y, z in integer, right? So we can do all the things for these three variables because they are in the same block. Okay? But in the same block, we have another variable, it's called q. Do we declare the q, the data type of the q? No. Okay? Which means if this variable is not be declared in the same block, okay, we call this is out of scope, which means the computer cannot find this variable till you cannot find the symbol. Okay, let's say another example. How about this one? All the variable in the scope or not? What? You're saying what? I think not. They're out of school. Oh, not out of school. So everything in the scope. Okay. So first of all, we will check because x, y were already declared, right? So if this one, so basically we missing another. A class, they have a scope for this curly bricks, right? So all this code is include this block. Okay. Once you declare x, y, you can use into if statement and else statement. Okay? But here, someone will ask, but there's a Q also. We can use Q because the Q we declare in this block. Okay? Which means we can use this Q in this block only. Okay? And for this Z, only can be used this block. Okay? See this example. In this example, we declare Z in the if statement, right? For the else statement, we use this Z again. Can we do that? Do you know why? Okay, think about this. As I said, if else statement only and have to execute one block, right? What if this is a return false? X greater than 5 return false. That means we will go to this statement only, right? At this point, Z is not declared, right? Because this block never being executed, right? So cannot be fired also, right? In some case, we also can nest the if-else statement in another if statement or else statement. Okay, so in that case, we have if statement, we can nest if else, and else you can put another else statement. Okay, as long as you can just get through those logic, I think you can put as many as the if statements you want. Okay, so in this one, you can see some example. Okay, in this example, we got the big scope, okay, which is if your grade is greater than greater than 90 or equal to 90, we will assign you A, right? But we can decide is minus or plus. At this point, you can put another if-else statement. Okay? So if it's greater than 97, give you plus. Less, give you minus. Did this one include every condition? No. So basically, you can see here, 90, 92 will get the minus, A minus, right? And this one, 97 to 92. Is it include or not? Think about it. Include all the condition. Which condition is not included? Okay, so easy way you can do, okay, you can test this. Okay, this is involve another process of software engineering. It's called test. Okay, so test means we want to test this one include every condition. All right. So one of the way you can do, you just simulate the grade over here. Okay, try with 95. 95 is include for this one? No? How about this one? No. So only you got A. Okay, how about 94? No. 93. Do you cover? No. Okay. Can I do 92? Yes. Okay. Can we do 96? Yes or no? 97. So basically, 93 to 96, okay, they didn't just indicate. Okay? Question? Question? Good? Okay. So then I want to talk about another like a common error. It's called dangling else. Okay, dangling else. Dangling else means we have to make sure the else always pair with one if statement. Okay, if we're trying to do this, you should see every else will pair with. For example, the next else is paired with this if statement, right? Right? And this if these else statements have to pair with one if statement. How about this one? Okay, this is called dangling else. So basically, if you want to write this part, make sure pair with another if statement. Otherwise, this is error. Okay, computer cannot detect and execute this part of a code. Okay. Question? Question? No? Good? Okay. Let's see what's wrong with those code. David. C. Okay. Any other answers? So everyone agree with C? What's wrong? With the C, which one is out of scope? Which variable is out of scope? Says Z. Okay? Because you only declare the Z in the if statement. Okay, for the else, didn't. Okay, you cannot use this block variable in here. Okay, if you want to use, one way you can do, you can put this line over there. Okay, so int z, and this one. Okay, that means z can be used for this true block or false block, and out of the statement. Okay, question? Question? Good. Okay, so since we know how to use the else statement, if else statement, okay, basically it can be used in a lot of applications. Okay, the first example we can do is used for the mutator. Okay, mutator basically is a setter, right? Help you to set the variable. Okay, but in some case, when you set the variable, we need to put some condition. Okay, for example, the bank account. Okay, you have bank account. Every time you want to deposit or you want to withdraw, okay, bank account the balance will be changed. Okay, in somehow withdraw, you have to do some, compare with your balance, right? You cannot withdraw, the amount of money greater than your balance. Otherwise, you will get an overdraft. You need to pay the fee, right? So this method help you to determine whether you can withdraw or not. Okay, so in this case, first of all, the money you want to withdraw cannot be negative. Okay, if you withdraw the money with negative, basically you deposit. You need to avoid this arrow. Okay, so first one cannot be negative. Okay, if it's negative, you just reset the amount to 0. Okay, another condition, your amount of money, cannot bigger than the balance, right? If bigger the balance, what's will happen? Overdraft, right? Yeah, I think this. Okay. So if is larger than balance, okay, we need to reset the amount to the balance, right? Okay, you only can get the money, okay, how much money you just save in the bank, okay? Then you just adjust your balance. Okay, another case will be testing value. Okay, so for example, we want to get the average rating of user rating. Okay, so one of the case, if there's no user to rate, okay, so you need to tell the user, say no user rating entered yet. Okay, otherwise, which means we have more than one user. Okay, you can do this average rating calculation. Okay. Another one is validate input. Okay. So as I said, sometimes we need to validate, okay, the user input. For this case, when we're doing the number guess, okay, so we need a guess number from 1 to 10. Okay, but probably user will make a mistake, enter 11. At this point, you need to inform the user, okay, you enter the wrong number. Please enter the number from 1 to 10. Okay, so in this case, we give the condition, okay, whether this is smaller than 1 or greater than 10, they will give you the information set, please choose number from 1 to 10. Right? Okay, because this is the or statement. As long as one of the condition satisfied, they will go to this statement. Okay, make sense? Okay. Let's see this question. What's the maximum number of the block can be executed? Okay, remember, for the if statement, if else statement, what's the maximum block can be executed? How many? How many number of block? Yes. What? 9. Okay. Any other answers? David? 12. Any others? How many of you agree with 9? Okay. Yeah, 1 of the third. How about the rest of you? Agree with B? B? You think it's F? Okay. All right. So let's do this together. Okay. So basically, we want to know the maximum number of a block can be executed. We need to know how many if statements, how many if else statements, right? Okay. So first of all, you need to check. So you have one if statement, one else statement. Okay. So basically, this is 1. Okay. So if it's one pair, only one statement can be executed. Okay. So we just pair them. Then you do this part. You see the else statement, right? This is 3 is 1, right? Then you see else statement with one if statement. So this is another one, okay? So 1, 2, 3. Go this one, if, so we see the L, so they include this block, right? Also, we include this one. This is 1. Okay? Then you see this one. Next is if, which means this is an individual if statement, right? So it's 5. Then you say else, else if, else if, else if, and else is 6. Okay? Then you saw if. Next one is if. So this one will be individually, right? This else pair with next previous if. So it's 8. Then you have individual if. Okay? Once you pair them up, you should know, okay, the maximum block can be executed is 9. Okay? Question? Question? No? Okay. Okay. So I just list out all of them here. Okay. If you don't understand, check the PowerPoint. Okay, back. How about this? What's the output of this code? What's the output? Hunter? Okay. So has one this one, then this one. Okay. So we need to make sure the condition first. Okay. So this bracket, the parentheses, you need to make sure it's true or false, right? So once you see the or, which means as long as one condition is written true, it will return true. So it's true, true. So basically it's true and true. So you will do the statement true block. Since there's no the curly bracket, right? So only affect the one statement. Okay, so you will execute this inside true block. Okay, and no matter what, you will just go to next statement, which is end of the sequence. Okay, if I change here, okay, this one is false. What's the output? Maggie? It's will only for end of sequence. Okay? Because this line never be executed. Okay? Directly go to next one. Okay? So those are the common errors you probably will face or encounter later. Okay? You forgot curly bracket, then you see the final results probably is not you expect, because you need at that time check with your statement. Okay, are you missing the curly bracket or not? Okay, if you're missing, which means only one line, can be executed. Okay, I don't know. Sometimes maybe you're on purpose. Maybe you just forgot to put the curly bracket. Okay, so this is common error. You probably will just miss, and sometimes it's not easy to find because there's no any like the syntax error, right? When you program, because nothing wrong with syntax, but results will be different. Okay, right? Any question? Okay, so tomorrow I will just give a lab assignment. Okay, just follow the lab assignment. Um, Let me know if you have any question. Okay, that for class.